friends, hope you all must be fit and fine. So, we were at the chapter Food and Health, and we have done till here about what are calories, what is a balanced diet, what is a food pyramid, and what are the components of the balanced diet. Now we will be here, and we have done all the things. Now we will see the table and learn the rest of the chapter. The tables given below show some important functions of various vitamins and minerals in our body. Here are the two tables, as you can see. One is this and one is this. So, here is written, they given the tables below, some are important function of the various vitamins and minerals in our body. Now here you can see it's first given vitamins and the function of the vitamins. First is vitamin A. What does vitamins do? Here it is written. Vitamin A helps in maintaining the eyesight, helps in brain functioning level and maintaining energy levels. Here you can see this is only of vitamin A. What does do? It helps in maintaining our eyesight. You have heard that when you will eat carrot, then your eyesight will be stained to a long time. That's because vitamin A is present in carrots. That's because they say that when you will eat carrot, then you can get a healthy eyesight for a long time because it contains vitamin A. Vitamin B helps the functioning and maintaining energy levels. What does vitamin B do? It helps in our brain, how our brain will function and how much energy do our body need to do all of the important works that it does. Vitamin C keeps gums healthy. What are gums? It's not the gums that you will use to stick the paper. It's the gum that is present in your mouth, simply you can say it is as a teeth socket. The teeth are present in the gums. So it keeps the gums healthy. Vitamin D helps the bone and teeth absorb the calcium. And you have heard that sun rays are the very important source of vitamin D because it helps our bones and supports our calcium. It helps absorb the calcium which is in our body. How will we get advantage? How will we get what we need when calcium is just in our body? We have not any advantage with that calcium. We have just calcium in our body. So what will happen then? It's not any profit of ours. Then the calcium will stay like that and then discharge with the waste. But vitamin D helps absorb the calcium and the bones and teeth to absorb that, for that it to become strong. What does vitamin E do? It slows down the process that damage the cells. Okay, you have heard that cells damage very quickly. They just get everywhere around where we go. There's very little, very tiny. That's because we can't see them but with our naked eyes, but that they are very small. That's because we can't see them. What does vitamin K does? It helps in healing wounds, or you can say that when you get a wound or a cut, then what does vitamin K does? It helps in the stoppage of the blood. Now here are all of the vitamins and the functions that they do in our body. Here you can see. Right? Now let's see about minerals. What does minerals do and what are the function of minerals and how many minerals are there actually? Calcium. What does calcium does? It maintains strong bones and teeth. As we have seen here, it maintains strong bones and teeth. And calcium is a mineral. Here you can see. Calcium is a mineral and vitamin D is a vitamin. They both are different but they are connected to each other. Calcium is important for our body but only when vitamin D helps it absorb the calcium. When the calcium will be not absorbed, then the calcium is of no advantage. That's no profit of ours when we get calcium because it's not getting absorbed in our body. Sodium, it's present in our body and it maintains water electrolyte balance. What is water electrolyte balance? How much water our body needs, how much H2 needs, and where does it need as a roughage or as a hydrant, like all that. Sodium has to do all of that stuff in our body with the water and it balances water to where the water have to go. Iron helps in producing the hemoglobin. You know what's hemoglobin? It's actually our blood and actually what it's our blood like. Hemoglobin is present in our body as blood and iron helps in the producing or the manufacturing of the hemoglobin. Zinc. What does zinc do? It maintains a good immune system. What is immune system? The system that fights with the other diseases and the other unfortunates that we don't know. We don't need also. Which may come to our body, but like cough or fever, you have to get some medicines, but after some time they heal themselves, right? Iodine maintains thyroid hormones. Iodine is also mineral, but it maintains thyroid hormones which are important if you will get the disease known as the thyroid, then your neck will whole be swollen and you can't move your neck like this properly. You don't have the profit to hinge and socket joint as we have learned before. And last, magnesium. What does magnesium do? It maintains the nerves and muscles in our body and it does all of that stuff. Now let's move on. Along with the nutrients, we also consume roughage and water. Roughage is a dietary fiber which cannot be digested by our body. However, it is required by our body as it helps in the removal of the undigested food. Actually, here you can see it's written along with the nutrients we should also consume roughage and water. What is roughage? Here you can see it's written. Roughage is a dietary fiber which cannot be digested by our body. Why it cannot be digested? Because that's why it's called the roughage, by its name. It's required by our body as it helps in the removal of the undigested food. It cannot be digested by our body, but it can remove the undigested waste from our body here, as you can see. vegetables, whole grains, and fresh fruits are some sources of roughage. They also give nutrition, but they work as roughage also. And now you have knew about roughage also. And grains, fresh fruits, and vegetables, especially green vegetables, are mainly in the category of roughage. There is not a special category for roughage. Water is also important for our body. Water helps in absorption of nutrients from the food. What does water do? We think that water is common for our body to reduce our dehydration, but it's not true. For our body to remove dehydration, we can drink juice as well. But why? Because it helps in digestion of our food and absorption of our food as well. That's why water is important for our body. And it also transports the nutrients from one part to the another part of our body as well. So water has so many works to do. It's not only for to recover our dehydration, but also for our absorption of nutrients and for digesting our food and transporting the food and the digestion and removal of waste from one part to another part. We should drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. You have heard this in so many places, right? In posters, sometimes they are hanged on walls, on railway stations, and also written in books that we have to drink regularly water, and also because it regulates our temperature as well. Do you know that water makes about 2/3 of an adult's body weight? Here it's written. It makes about 2/3 of its body weight. Because our body is made up of blood. Come on. Not only blood, but blood cells and all of that stuff. And it requires water. That's why water is filled in our body. Here are some filling the blanks which we have understood, and let's try to fill them. Health refers a state of physical and mental well-being of a person. Here was a blank and I have written that. Let's see. Refers to a state of physical and mental well-being of a person. Someone asks you, what is health? You say that stay healthy, maintain your proper health, and some maybe ask you, what is health? What will you answer? You will answer that the health is a thing which refers to a state of the person which is mentally and physically well-being or not. That's known as health. The substances that are important for our growth and development are known as nutrients. What are the substances that are important for our growth and development are called nutrients, or also minerals and vitamins. They are all of that. Storage of excess fat in our body leads to, when your body gets so much fat, then it leads to a disease known as obesity, as we have learned before. What blank and blank are known as protective foods. What are known as protective foods? Vitamins and minerals. Blank helps in regulating our body temperature. What helps in regulating our body temperature? Fats help in regulating our body temperature. We have already learned about balanced diet. what we need for a balanced diet is written. We need to eat a balanced diet because a single food item cannot provide all the nutrition. For example, eating only rice or potatoes will provide only carbohydrates to get another nutrition. We have to eat a variety of food items. We have to eat different kinds of food items and so many food items at least by which we can get enough nutrition. Junk food. Okay, you can notice in the name. What is the name written? Junk food. What is the name or the meaning of junk? J-U-N-K, junk. The meaning of junk is actually waste. The waste product which is in our body or in the food system is known as junk food. Actually waste food, but sometimes you can eat it. Can be defined as food that have very high sugar and very less nutritional value or quantity, and most of the processed food or packaged food come under this category. Some of you know, very much of you know that the packaged food items and chocolates also come in the junk food category. Here you can see what are written in the junk food category over here. Fizzy and sugary drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi and all of that, which we know that their name. Items such as burgers, pizza, samosa, sandwich and all of that stuff which is made from maida or white flour, highly refined white flour it is made up of. That's because it's very harmful. French fries and potato chips, sweets and chocolates, processed and tomato sauce or squash, teen foods, and all of that stuff come under the junk food category. What are the effects of eating junk food? Too much junk food. Junk food are rich in sugar and unhealthy fats. Eating these foods on a regular basis in a large amount causes various health problems. What does junk food is made up of? Here it's written. It's very rich in sugar and very unhealthy for our body. Eating these foods on a regular basis in a large amount causes of various health problems which can be faced. Like some get heart attack. Oh, here it's written. Let's read this info bit. It's written some food contain a substance called cholesterol. It is an important substance needed by the body. However, when the body has too much cholesterol, the extra cholesterol begins to build up the walls of the blood vessels. In the result, the flow of the body is obstructed. This may lead to heart attack. Why is cholesterol important? Because it's just important. Don't know why important, but just important. So what it does is cholesterol, when it gets too much, then it starts building walls of one upon the other. Reason, and as a result, obstructed blood vessels and the flow of our blood in the body. This may lead to heart attack, as I have recently told you. And when you don't get heart attack, then again some are all here too for you waiting. You just eat junk food and I will get to you free. Increased weight and obesity. What is obesity word? If you haven't seen my previous lessons, then I will tell you that obesity is a condition where eating of too much fats or taking too much fat is the reason of obesity, increased weight, and body fat as well. Diabetes, heart disease, and deficiency of essential nutrients are due to junk foods. Eating so much junk food is the reason of these things. How much dangerous is junk food actually? Is it actually junk? Yes, it's actually junk because it's made up of sometimes not with very proper way that leads in these conditions. Ways to make diet more healthier. It's important to eat a healthy diet for the proper functioning of our body. We can increase the amount of nutrition in the food we eat by following a few steps. We should avoid overcooking food because it destroys the nutrition. Why we should not overcook? Because it will destroy the nutritions which are important and are present in our body. We should avoid fried and oily foods because it has oil and too much. We don't have to eat too much, just eat a little. Boiled, baked, steamed and grilled food are good for our health. We should minimize the use of sugar and salt. Why? Because they are in a use of cholesterol. Our diet should include seasonal fruits and vegetables. Seasonal fruits and vegetables which come in that season and which are very common in the markets around you because it's much pocket friendly and also very healthier to eat in that probably season. We should use whole grains in the place of processed and polished cereals. Why we have to use whole grains? Because just it has more nutrition. That's not difference. We can also use methods of sprouting and fermentation. In this picture you can see sprouted chickpeas and moong dal which are shown here. We can also use that. Sprouting is the process of germinating whole grains and pulses so that they can be eaten raw. What is the process of sprouting? It's just a process that the seeds germinate a little bit. Only the white piece every time when you will sprout a seed or ferment a seed, then a white structure will come out of it and that is known as sprouting. Sprouting turns starch into simple sugar. This helps in the process of digestion and improves our health. So what does sprouting do? That the starch which is present in our body, it turns the starch into the simple sugar. That's very healthier against starch. The amount of nutrition in the sprouted grains and pulses is very high because it's the amount of nutrition is very high because it's gone through the process which is very nutritious and that the thing which you are eating is also very healthy. Fermentation is the process of breakdown of nutrients present in food into simpler forms by action of microorganisms. Microorganisms make the food which you are eating it fermented and like here you can see, it sprouts the seeds because it fermentates, and after that you can make so many things like dhoklas, idlis and dosas, like so many things which are very tasty for us to eat. And there are some good examples of fermented food. These items are easy to digest and also very healthier and tastier as well. This is the process of how you can make a sprouted seed. We have to take a full bowl of green gram or any of the seeds or want, and you have to just soak them overnight. The next day you have to drain the water, completely wrap the seed in a moist muslin cloth. Keep the seeds wrapped in the muslin cloth overnight and check the next day. You will observe small white structures coming out of the seeds. These are sprouts. And that's all for today. Hope you have understand and where we have started till here, and hope you have understand from where we started, and the thing which we have learned today is very important for our healthy diet. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe.